Hello there, Andrew here. I'm always looking for new anime to watch, but I don't have a lot of patience. So, I am going to give every new show of the Spring 2017 lineup one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. Today's show is called The World Yamizukan. I have no idea what that word means, or if it means anything. The World Yamizukan. An interesting poster. I'm guessing horror of some sort. The World Yamizukan is a collection of various aspects of darkness that exist in our world, including UFOs, UMAs, curses, ancient civilizations, ESP, ghost encounters, mysteries, parallel worlds, and urban legends. Whether they are fact or fiction, we will present this world in a picture card story type animation. Who's we? The art will have a Showa-era retro feel, similar to the occult specials that were printed in color in manga magazines and mystery books that were in the libraries of elementary schools. And that's where it ends. That's the entire description. So, is it an anthology series? Kind of like Tales from the Crypt or something? That could be super cool. So, each episode being a different art style, maybe? Yeah, actually, it sounds like it could be really interesting. Let's see if it is. Well, okay. These are shorts. They're only a little over 4 minutes apiece. So I watched episode 1, which is a little over 4 minutes, and the style is very, looks kind of like an animatic. If you've ever seen, if you watch the DVD or Blu-ray special features behind the scenes, the animated storyboards that they do, very, pencil sketched things, but they'll move the camera and zoom into the image. Sometimes they'll cut out the characters on the page and move them around, kind of like a motion comic. The style here is very colored pencil sketchbook. The story is a guy wakes up in the middle of the night and notices that once again his wife is getting dressed and getting ready to go out. This has been happening for several days now, and he doesn't know where she's going or who she's meeting with. So his curiosity gets the better of him, and he follows her one night. Instead of, asking her, hey, Susan, where are you going? No, he's just gonna follow her. But, it's a horror story, so, okay, let's sneak behind her, and she's walking through the woods as if in a trance. She doesn't even seem to notice the branches and brambles ripping at her clothes and tearing her flesh. She just keeps walking forward as if compelled by some being or power. And so he's following along behind her, and, it's narrated with a, creepy, deep voice. So the presentation is nice. I actually kind of like this sketchbook way it's presented. It's kind of cool. It's different. So suddenly there's a human shape in the fog. Who is this that she's meeting with? Well, he's getting super jealous, and he's going to... jealous, and he's going to confront this dude. Now, the way it's rendered is the silhouette of the man in the fog looks to be super tall with long, lanky limbs. And I'm thinking Slender Man? But this one looks like twice the size of a regular human. And he jumps up from behind the tree. Hey, you! Who are you? And suddenly he realized that the man was 4 meters tall and had... I'm like, that... you probably shouldn't have drawn that it was this 4-meter humanoid shape. before, because otherwise the guy looks like an idiot. So, so it's a 4-meter tall humanoid creature with long arms with claws on the end. Oh no. And suddenly they notice behind him a flying saucer. And a mechanical arm comes out of the saucer and grabs the wife and hauls her into the ship. And then another mechanical arm grabs the guy, the husband, and hauls him into the ship. And then they're hooked up to... Remember in Empire Strikes Back when... After Han saves Luke and he's in that, like, water-filled cylinder. They're kind of in that thing with, probes and stuff on them. It's like, oh, we've been abducted by aliens and they're... Who knows what orifices they will probe or how deep they'll go. Here's the thing, though. It's not like they probe their bums, wipe their minds, and drop them off. It ends with them apparently just being captured and experimented on until the end of time or their deaths or something. So it's like, well, wait a minute. What was the woman doing the previous nights? Was she meeting up with the aliens? Was this just a coincidence? Do they let them go later? It doesn't seem to. Were they just... Every time she showed up the previous nights, the alien's like, go home and get your husband. We need both of you. It's a package deal, kiddo. Susan. So, kind of a stupid story that doesn't make any sense. The ending, it's like, oh, it's an alien abduction. That's kind of lame. So, will I watch episode 2? Yes. If only because I'm curious to see what other art style there is. I get this. I can see a preview image here, and it looks very different. Looks almost like a child's, a colorful children's book kind of rendering. So I'm interested to see what other graphical styles they use to present the stories, and if the next story is super cool, I mean, they're only 4 or so minutes long, I may keep watching, but if the story is as kind of lame as the first one, then I probably won't bother watching anymore. But I like the format. I think it's an interesting idea. I like the presentation, but the first story is kind of a dud. It's got elements I like, but overall it just fell apart and made me go, what? So I'll actually be watching episode 2 at some point to just see how the style evolves. But yeah, show didn't. Episode 1 didn't do anything to grab me. So till next time.